All right, welcome to the show. It's going to be another short recording this week. If you hadn't listened to the episode last week, go ahead and listen. But our son is still in the NICU, and I am out of town. Courtney is obviously out of town as well, staying in a hotel. We're not really getting a chance to do a full recording. And honestly, even if I did, I don't have the focus to actually do a full episode justice. But in my spare time, I've been looking a few things up just because that's how I kill time. And when I'm in a hotel trying to fall asleep and I can't sleep, look stuff up. And so this week, I just wanted to do a short episode and just kind of leave you with a little nugget of something just kind of interesting. But I was thinking a little bit about the dire wolves that they quote unquote brought back from extinction, 10,000 years old, allegedly. I have a lot of thoughts of that. One of my first thoughts, the first things that comes to my mind is, well, you're not really bringing back an animal from extinction. You're just creating an animal that is similar to it, because I don't think it can really be perfect, but you can do your best. But then you look at some of the things that they did in order to get to this point, like they created the woolly mice. Basically, they took some of the genes of the woolly mammoth and made them woolly and put that genetics into mice and made woolly mice. So they've already been basically crossbreeding extinct animals, trying to bring out those genetic traits. And so the dire wolf, is an interesting thing. And so they bring it back and it's this fun thing. And don't get me wrong, I will 100%. I would own one. Those things are adorable. They're awesome. Their yowl is cool. Like, they're cool dogs. Not gonna lie. But they're wolves, whatever. But their existence is complicated in my mind. And one of the things that complicates it the most for me is the fact that the CIA is a part owner of the company who created the dire wolves. And we start to get back into this weird realm of the CIA's involvement in this complicates it even more, because now you don't just have this company that's trying to bring back extinct animals. And so the CIA is involved. And sorry, I had to take a short pause, but the CIA is involved, and that makes it complicated, because now you've got ulterior motives. You don't just have, we're bringing them back for the fun of it. You now have, we're bringing it back for purpose. And I know this is maybe extreme, but is it? With everything that we've learned about, well, we got to be the first to do it. Created the atomic bomb because we need to be the first to do it. We MK Ultra people because, Russia's doing it. We continue to MK Ultra people because, Russia is doing it. And we have all of these investments that our country has done for the sake of either being the first to do it, or because, other countries they've got to be researching this, so we should probably do it too, just to make sure we don't fall behind. So now our CIA is involved in this, and what kind of other things are they doing? How long is it until they create a species that maybe it's a species of mosquito that is immune to, any kind of pesticide, or a grasshopper that is poisonous, or, whatever, something that can go in and just decimate another country's ecosystem, meanwhile recreate the cure for it. So that if it does come over here, we're good. We've got the cure for it. So we don't have to worry about it in our country. And if you want that cure, give us money for it. What happens, if that comes into play? Or let's say goes even further down the line and start thinking of like Hunger Games type situations where we start like breeding animal traits or human traits into animals, and you get the mutts or the mockingjays. We start breeding intelligence into these creatures and start, what makes humans and what makes humans intelligent and we start breeding that into animals or dolphins, or we start taking dolphin intelligent and putting it into other species and sharks, and you can just do so much damage so easily. That's my concern. And the fact that the CIA is involved in it tells me that they're already doing these things. They've already probably done these things. If they're already making woolly mice, then of something that is extinct, then guarantee they're already making, you know what I'm saying? You start going down that line and you start getting these intelligent creatures that we've created and we breed the intelligence into them. How long until we start breeding more intelligent humans? We start isolating what makes a human intelligent and we start intentionally breeding that and cloning and creating superhuman intelligence. What happens when we start going down that path and we start leaving behind, quote unquote, the regular intelligent people, and then the desire to have your kids modified becomes greater because they'll be left behind if they're not. And it's just such a dangerous slope. And again, my biggest concern is that the CIA is involved in it, that the CIA has ownership stakes, that the CIA has their hands in it. That means they're involved. And as long as they're involved, I can't see good coming out of it. After everything that we've gone through over the last few weeks with the CIA and MK Ultra and all those other things, like, as soon as the CIA touches it, becomes dangerous and corrupt. Sorry if the recording is a little disjointed. I've got my son with me, my other son. I'm watching him while my son's in the NICU. And so if you hear his voice in the background, I apologize. But, one of the last things, so we've established CIA be involved, it's bad. What if this isn't actually dire wolves? What if this is just a first attempt of trying to breed Nephilim DNA into other creatures again? And they're starting with wolves because that's something that they used to have. And what if this is them just really further trying to establish that line so that they can begin doing the process with humans again? There's so many what ifs with this, but I want to hear, what are your thoughts? What do you think about the dire wolves being created or recreated or remanufactured? Or do you think they actually are dire wolves? What are your thoughts? Comment, let me know. I'll be responding throughout the next week. This would be a good opportunity for me to be able to interact with you a little bit, where I can't record a full episode and you're not getting a full episode out of me, but we could have good conversation. So just kind of wanted to hear your thoughts on this, and you commenting and posting and all of that, me responding and having the conversation will help us in our algorithm and all that thing. It's a small thing that you can do to help us, while we're kind of in a situation that kind of sucks a little bit. But so next week, maybe we'll see if we can get a full episode in. That's my hope. But if not, we'll try to get something a little bit longer than these mini episodes. But these mini episodes are kind of fun and give you a little nugget of something to chew on for the week. But until then, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, do all of those things. And if you take a second, say a prayer for our family. This has been kind of a tough couple weeks for us, and we definitely can use your prayers. And our son, he could definitely use use your prayer in the NICU. We'd love to bring him home, and just gotta do those things. And so, if you want to know prayer specifics, I'm not opposed to sharing specifics. Just reach out to me, ask. I don't mind sharing. If I know you're praying, I'll message you. So don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, do all those things. Help us out with the algorithm. And if you haven't done so, join the Discord. Do all of those things. And we'd love to hear from you. Reach out. Let me know that you're listening. Let me know that you care. Let me know that you're praying. And I can get more specific prayer requests to you as well. Outside of that, I wish I could add in the music, but I literally last second. So I was packing up stuff to bring this last time, and I was like, you know what? I could grab my tablet and then I could actually produce an episode, even though I'm not going to be able to record a full episode. My downtime when Bennett goes to bed, I have a little bit of time where I'm just chilling for a second before I fall asleep. I could actually put the song in and do the production value stuff. And I literally was like, yeah, nah, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna mess with it. I wouldn't have the time or the energy. I haven't had the time or the energy, but I do think I would have been able to at least produce it for you guys just for fun. But when it becomes I have to rather than I want to, that's when the podcast becomes less fun. And so I wanted to get on here and just share with you guys a little bit of something. And this is something I wanted to do. And so I'm doing it. And so, again, what do you think? What about the dire wolf? Comment. I'll try to get back to him. Shoot me a message. Do something. Join the Discord. Okay, bye. Can you say okay, bye?